My name is Hayden. Bleh.
We need the simple Hayden button. You only made fun of him.
I'll have to find that.
And like I grabbed the top of his head, like smushed it. He's just like,
Yeah.
hey, welcome to Entertain This. It's a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name's Tom. With me I have
Mitch?
and
My name is Hayden. Bleh.
it's the best we could do while he's away. We have a Hayden button. But this episode, we're not talking about Hayden.
Well, I got a question for you first. Robert the Griffin III from the NFL, he asked a question, and to settle the debate, who is the top 5 fictional football players of all time? Steamin' Willie Beeman, Bobby Boucher, Earl Meggett from The Longest Yard, Shane Falco, or Spencer James from All-American?
I don't know, Shane Falco.
I think so, too.
He's a replacement.
I agree. Followed by Bobby Boucher.
Yeah. Now the crazy linebacker guy from the replacements.
Yeah.
I need the ball. Give me the ball. I'll get you the ball. Give me the ball. Give me it. He's like, okay. He like runs out there and he tackles the guy. He's like, I got it. And he runs up, he's like, holding the ball to Gene Hackman. He's like, I got it. He's like, you got it. He's like, all right, go sit down. He's like, okay.
Plays Happy Hogan. He's like the leader of the Star Wars and MCU. Like,
Yeah, doing a great job. I didn't mean that sarcastically.
even though that's what it sounded like.
I did not mean that as a sarcasm.
Yeah, he does a good job. But today we're going to be talking about our
Washing machines? How you got to cut down with these clips,
I'll
man.
let it just for you.
Like you keep doing these long clips, like they got to be like 8 seconds or
I did-
less, man.
I was going to cut it
You
down.
are out of control.
I was going to cut it down, but I left it just because I knew
I'm
you would say
reporting you to
something.
like the global panel of clip making.
Anyways, we're doing our top 10 spin-off shows.
But before we do that, social media, Mitch.
EntertainThisPodcast.com, which will take you to our Facebook group and page. You also go to our X, which is @thisentertain, our Instagram, which is entertain.this, and our YouTube and our TikTok, which is entertain_this! Well, now we're going to get on to our top 10 spinoffs.
So these aren't really in any particular order
Oh, mine are. Mine are in order for me.
because I was just trying to come up with ones that I watched. Because like everybody's like, oh, the best spinoff of all time is Frasier, which I know Hayden would say is his number one because
Yeah.
it's like his favorite show.
I kept seeing that on a list, but I've never actually watched it.
I never watched an episode
So
of Frasier.
I didn't include it. So there
And
you
he
go.
was just like rocking back and forth now. Like, no.
Yeah, he's probably going to get real disappointed that I didn't include another that's considered a spinoff. That
I included it
Okay. Good for you.
because I watched it.
Okay. Anyways, what's your number 10?
Law and Order, SVU.
Never seen them. I mean, I know what it is, and I've seen parts of episodes, but
Like when I was in like college, like we for some reason there was like particular SVU episodes we would have to watch
oh,
because I guess they would do like a decent job of portraying an investigation about a certain criminal act that we were talking about.
okay.
But this is a SVU. I mean, that was like way more popular than just original Law and Order, or it became way more popular. Like SVU became like the flagship Law and Order
Yeah.
because you had original Law and Order, which I liked. You had SVU, like
Well,
criminal intent.
I mean, SVU, it focused
Organized
on more
crime.
specialized stuff.
Yeah. What's your number 10?
My number 10 was The Flash.
I thought about putting that on there because I watched like the first season, but
I put it as number 10 because pretty much season 1 through 3 is the only ones I watched, and then I just kind of grew out of it because it got boring, at least to me. So I didn't watch the last 8 or 6 seasons or however many there are after season 3. But I put that on there because it originally started with the show Arrow, where then he gets introduced as the Flash. Then they made their whole Flash show, and then they had tons of crossovers between the two shows.
Arrow started strong.
It did.
The first 2 seasons were great.
And then there were seasons after that that were hit and miss. Like
Like the season 3 with Ra's al Ghul, like that could have been better.
Was it season 2 was... Well, season 1 was Merlin. Season 2 was...
Deathstroke.
That was Deathstroke. And season 3 was Ra's al Ghul.
Or Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, to me, I think pretty much that was like the last really great one. And then they had certain ones, like there was one with Damien Dark.
Mm-hmm. That was like season 5.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I didn't really like that one.
And then I thought the last season was really good, which I think was season 7 or 8.
And then the one with Brother Blood.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad one.
That wasn't a bad one. I can't remember who the main bad guy was because it wasn't him. He reported to somebody else. It might have been Deathstroke.
I can't remember.
But I don't remember if that was season 2. It all blurred together.
But it was a really good show. And I liked that they had characters like Deathstroke that even after his season, he was like a reoccurring character, which actually they had discussed having a spinoff with him and his son because they bring that up for a couple episodes, which that would have been pretty cool. But it never came to fruition. Fruition.
It never came to fruition. Putting random pauses in between words.
just in case people weren't paying attention the first time.
I'm like, why did he do that? Why did he say that weird?
Weird.
Weird? Saying what? Weird.
All right. What's your number 9?
The Honeymooners.
Honeymooners. Oh, like the old school.
Yeah, with Jackie Gleason.
Okay.
So that was a spinoff of the Jackie Gleason show.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Like, I think that was a bit that was on the Jackie Gleason show, and then they wanted to make it into its own show. And then it became like the most popular sitcom of all time. It's only 39 episodes.
I mean, I've never seen like a whole bunch of them. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes. I didn't know that was a spinoff, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was one of like the best shows. And like what makes it better is knowing Jackie Gleason didn't even rehearse.
Oh, yeah?
Like, most of the stuff he does in that show is, like, yeah, the recording, live audience, doing everything. And, like, they do takes and, it gets put on. But they were like, what made it wild is, like, he would know what the scene was going to be, didn't rehearse it, never did rehearsals. He just knew the context of the scene, and he just went for it. And then, like, they called him the Great One for a reason. And then, 30 years later, he was Buford T. Justice.
Oh, that is the same guy. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast because I'm in a damn hurry.
I'm going to slap
your mama. I want hush puppies, Daddy. We ain't got time for that crap.
Oh, here's some good lines. Some of them we can't repeat here, but they were good lines.
Yeah. There is no way you came from my loins. When we get home, I'm going to slap your mother right in the mouth.
My number 8 is they're technically spinoffs. I think the first season is kind of like a miniseries, and then it has but it's Yellowstone. It has the spinoff, which is 1883, it's just a one season kind of like how they got to the place where they called the Yellowstone Ranch and how they set it up. And that's the one it's got Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Sam Elliott, and I forgot the other guy's name. And then they have 1923, which is the one that has Harrison Ford in it. Both of those are just really great shows, and it just shows the Yellowstone, like the Dutton family's history, on how they kept the ranch and how they got the ranch and stuff. But they're really good, and they're really well done by Paramount. And, just because, you have stuff like Tombstone, which it's really great, shows the period piece, the dress, and all that stuff really well.
Real mustaches.
And then these shows do a really good job of making you feel like you're in that time frame when you're watching. So I really enjoy these. And then the stories they put together with the 1883 has the daughter that, spoiler, doesn't make it. But she's like the narrator for that, and she's the narrator for 1923. But 1923 includes like the Harrison Ford, he's on the ranch, and then their oldest son, which is one of the sons from 1883 that they raised or whatever. Well, he's often fighting in World War I as an adult.
How's he fighting in World War I in 1923 when World War I was?
Well, but he fought in the World War I, and now he's like an African hunter, where he protects people that are out, on safari or whatever when they sleep. He stays up and keeps like the lions at bay or whatever. Well, he falls in love with this girl that she basically like leaves her husband at the altar and just goes off with him. And so they have like a good love story with theirs and stuff too. But it's just really good really good content, honestly. So that's my number 8.
My number 8 is Kenan and Kel. Orange soda!
From all that.
From all that.
It started out just a skit.
Yeah, Kenan and Kel.
I didn't think about that one.
I used to watch that show all the time, and I always remember the I love orange soda thing.
Yeah,
everybody, like people drank orange soda just because of Kenan and Kel.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda.
Where he's showering and he has it with him, and he's like, yeah.
Yep.
And then Kenan Thompson obviously went on to be very, very successful, and
He's
Kel just kind of
leads Saturday Night Live, doesn't he?
Yeah,
does he have his own talk show now?
I don't know if he has his own talk show, but he's been on SNL for like 10 years, I think now.
Uh-huh.
Like he's one of the mains.
Well, my number 7 is House of the Dragon. I've really enjoyed that show so far.
I had that as my number 1.
Oh, okay. Really? I didn't know if you.
Well, I put it down first, but
okay. I didn't know if you'd watched it or not yet. So I would, but so far it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few things here and there that you kind of question, like if that's a questionable choice for the writers, but for the most part, I mean, it does a really good job of explaining how this world came to be before Game of Thrones started.
There's a lot more exposition about it.
Yeah.
And from what I've gathered, they're a lot closer with how the books are.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
See, I mean, I've never read the books, but it does a really good job of showing the struggle of the kingdoms even before Game of Thrones, world took place. They were having this problem, but I enjoy it a lot. What's your number 7?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
It's a spinoff of Dragon Ball.
I didn't think about that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of
I
that?
could have put Dragon Ball Super in there too. Then
I mean, they're all spinoffs of Dragon Ball.
I didn't think about that, but yeah,
It's Dragon Ball Z. That was like our lives for years.
yeah. I mean, that's
It's like all of us remember the first time we saw Goku go Super Saiyan on Namek fighting Frieza, and everybody, all the little kids and boys were just like, "It's happening!"
man, that should have been on my list. I feel ashamed for leaving it off.
Fool.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z was awesome. I mean, I would come home and watch every afternoon the week long it took for Goku to turn Super Saiyan.
On this episode of Dragon Ball Z, ah! On the next episode, ah! Last episode, ah! 17 minutes of screaming for 60 seconds of a fight, and then the end of the episode, and it's like, on the next episode of Dragon's Ball Pain, Virginia acted to Mickey, Noko Cuckoo, and Christian Stewart must fight. I hope they don't hit each other too hard.
Well, my next one, my number 6, I watched Boy Meets World growing up. I don't know if you watched it. Yeah. Well, they made a Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
And so me and my wife watched that. She didn't really watch Boy Meets World. She knows what I've shown her from it. But this Girl Meets World, they did a really good job of taking the characters and making them the parents. And keeping them the same kind of character that they were. They were still kind of the goofy, like Corey was still kind of the goofy guy. He was a teacher, but he implemented the stuff that he had learned from like Mr. Feeney and all that kind of stuff, which was really cool to see. And then the fact that they kept bringing
Mr.
in
Matthews.
Well, they would bring in like characters from Boy Meets World periodically. Eventually, Sean comes in and he kind of becomes a reoccurring character, like every couple episodes or so. But they do a good job of still teaching like life lesson kind of stuff in a more modern day, but with the parents that went through all this stuff already teaching it. It's pretty cool, and I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it only had I think it only had 2, maybe 3 seasons. But
It already got canceled?
well, I mean, it went through. I think they went through 9th grade or 10th grade, and then they got canceled. But it was fun. Eric comes back as Mr. Squirrels. He gets to. I don't know if you remember, but he sees Tommy again, the little kid that he wanted to adopt in Boy Meets World, which is pretty cool. It was a great show. It really was. Anyways, what was your number 6?
Xena, Warrior Princess.
That was on my honorable mentions. I just couldn't. I had other ones I liked more, but it was definitely on there.
I just remember thinking Lucy Lawless was hot.
Yeah, she was. She came from the Hercules.
And she still is.
With Kevin Sorbo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A show that also featured Carl Urban.
Oh, yeah. He was
on
in
there.
that.
And so was Homelander. Anthony Starr.
He was?
He was on there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But,
Because it was a New Zealand show.
Oh.
And Carl Urban, I saw some interview thing he was doing where he's talking about his roles, because whatever role he was on Xena. And he's like, oh, we were all young actors, and they brought the show because they were going to do the spinoff of Xena in New Zealand. And he's like, she was the one who taught us how to run a set, because she didn't take no crap from nobody. Yeah. She coordinated everything. She was the director of the show almost, but it was all the actors having their crap together and being ready to do scenes was because of her.
I want to say he played one of the gods or something like that, like Apollo or something like that, because I remember him having blonde hair.
Yeah. Before he became Aemir.
Yeah. But, I mean, I loved watching those shows because basically, she's a warrior princess from a land far away. But I don't remember what she was a princess of. I just know she was
a warrior princess.
She would have, did she have a whip? And then she had the little circle, battering kind of thing. And then she had her sword.
Yeah.
And then she had, just like Hercules had Aeolus, the little guy, she had the girl, I can't remember her name, but the little girl sidekick. Yeah, she was that too.
She still is that. She was still out on Parks and Rec.
She was on Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She guest stars on a bunch of episodes because she becomes Ron Swanson's wife.
She was at Spartacus.
And yeah.
And on Battlestar Galactica.
She was on Battlestar Galactica?
The newer
new one?
Yeah,
okay.
The new one.
I know Hayden liked it. I like the original.
Hayden made me watch Battlestar Galactica at work one time. So
the Cylons.
Yeah, she's good looking.
Anyway, what's your next one?
My number 5 is Star Trek: Strange New World, which is one of the newer ones, like the new Star Trek that's on Paramount right now. I think they're on season 3, but it does a really good job.
That's the one that's about Captain Pike, right?
Right. Let's see. Is it Pike? I can't remember. Let me look it up. But it does a really good job, using new graphics and stuff. And they went back to pretty much exploring new worlds, as opposed to all some of them they kind of ventured off to where they're more militaristic or more political. This one kind of went back to where they're doing a really good job of, they go explore this new world, and if something comes up, then they deal with it. But they are a more just kind of research kind of ship. And it was Captain Pike, played by Anson Mount. Rebecca Romaine's in there. Ethan Peck plays Spock. But I mean, it is really cool to see. I was never a big Star Trek person. I watched The Next Generation because I was forced to. I watched one other Star Trek thing because I was forced to. But this one I've enjoyed because, like I said, not only with modern, CGI and stuff, but just I don't know, the feel of it feels different from the others. Which, granted, they're older, but I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the diversity of the characters, whether they be alien or just natural diversity from people. But they do a really good job of making the reasonings behind different things make sense, not just having some transgender guy be the leader of this because he's transgender. There's more to it. Like, they have one thing that was transgender because they were what's the scientific term for the frogs that could mate and then they would change their sex to mate. There's some kind of frog that does that.
Yeah,
but that's basically
it's like what some amphibians can do.
But that's what one of the characters were, and that's that's how they use the transgender kind of thing, which it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And that's what happened with Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because they used frogs' DNA to complete the DNA circuit map.
Which, that's, like I said, that's how they did the representation, which I'm okay with that because at least it makes sense for the story. They don't just throw it in there because they can.
Mm-hmm. Put a chick in it, make it gay. Make it lame.
But, yeah, let's see, Christina Chong, I've really been trying to, at least for a while, I was trying to get her to do a interview. I was talking with her publicist, and she just was never available when we were available to talk. She's pretty good looking. Just saying.
That's just, besides the point.
Yeah. Basically, she's like the first lieutenant on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, I really enjoy it. It's on Paramount Plus. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it comes on, I don't know if it was Paramount NPC.
Is it?
I don't remember.
Why not?
But if you get a chance, I mean, if you like Star Trek, it's definitely one you should watch.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about getting into Star Trek, I would encourage you to watch this one. It does a lot of stuff. To me, it felt like watching a TV series of a futuristic Interstellar, where they use actual science to try and explain stuff.
Science!
I mean, like doing wormholes and doing like the way they explain how the shield works and stuff. I thought it was really well done. So that was my number 5.
Mine's Better Call Saul.
See, I know I should put that on there, but I've never seen it. I know I liked Breaking Bad. I just never seen Better Call Saul.
I've seen a lot of clips of Better Call Saul just because I really like Mike Ehrmantraut's character. Mm-hmm. I think he's like the coolest dude. Like he's just like there's like a whole day it's like of Mike just being a bad MFer, and he's just doing. I'm like, man, who is this guy? Like he just like knew how to do stuff like all the time, and there's a lot of nuance to that show.
Yeah,
with the underworld kind of underhanded organizations like what's his face, Bobby Singer from Supernatural, playing like the arms guy.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
He's like the gun dude.
Okay.
And like he goes like to this like hotel to meet him, and it's like out of Taxi.
Okay.
Taxi driver, and he's got all these like rifles, and he's just like, nah, too heavy. He's like, nah, I hear they jam, and like they're going back and forth, and he hands him like a Remington, and he's like, you look like you know this one. He goes, yeah, we've met. He's like, someone thought it was a good idea to say. He's like, yeah, they replaced the stock with like polymer resin. Whatever. He goes, it would have been better instead of sending these things into with hardwood into the jungles of Nam. Because implying he was there and was a sniper or something.
Yeah,
but like they're trying to like take out like a competing drug business, and he hangs 2 tennis shoes filled with cocaine above the road.
Uh-huh.
He starts shooting at them, and they stop. They get out with their guns, and he's just popping rounds randomly. And the 2 guys like, maybe he's just a hunter because they're not getting shot at.
Yeah.
And as they go and get in the truck, he shoots the shoes, and all the cocaine just gets sprayed all over the truck. That's about to go through a border checkpoint. And he's just like,
job done. Well, my number 4 on my list is the Ahsoka series.
I didn't have the Ahsoka one on here.
I forgot about it until I started writing the list. Because I'd written down my list on a piece of paper, and then I was just going to transfer it to my book. And then as I started writing, I was like, wait, this is a spinoff because it came from Mandalorian. Because she was in that one episode.
Even the Mandalorian's a spinoff.
Yeah. But then, this is a spinoff of The Mandalorian and the Star Wars Rebels animated show. Because
and Clone Wars.
I watched the animated Rebels show before I watched Ahsoka. And I was really amazed at how much lore they keep in contact. Like I mean, they do a really good job.
They've done it really well with the shows.
Yeah,
of keeping it like a continuous timeline.
Yeah, and I mean, they did a really good job with this show's like as far as like keeping the action, the historical stuff in Star Wars, and the feel that this is after Vader and them are gone, and that this show basically made you realize that there's still people out there that are for the Empire because they go and like check a shipyard that's supposed to be decommissioning old Empire
Like Star Destroyers.
Yeah. Well, then all of a sudden they send one off, and they go and find
Thrawn.
Thrawn, yeah. So, and then, I mean, spoiler, if you haven't seen it by now, it's because you're not interested. But, spoiler, she gets left behind, and Thrawn basically takes a super Star Destroyer and takes it back to the main universe, or the main galaxy of Star Wars, and she's left in this, like, unexplored world, basically, where they found the Night Sisters, which are, like, some of the origins of the Sith. So I'm interested to see, because they're going to have another season of this. I'm interested to see where it goes from there. Because then you've also got Ezra, which went missing in Rebels, which was like the main Jedi from Rebels. He made it onto the ship with Sabine, which she's a
Mandalorian.
She's a Mandalorian that's like she's force sensitive. She's a Mandalorian, and she's part of like the I guess royal family or whatever. She just got put to the side because she refused to fight for them or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's a very interesting story, and it was done very well. So that was my number 4.
Mine is Batman Beyond.
Oh, I didn't think about that one either. Oh,
man.
I feel so bad.
Batman Beyond was just so cool.
I kind of left cartoons out of it on accident, I guess.
Like, you have Batman the Animated Series, but this is and like Justice League.
Yeah.
And this is like the spinoff of that timeline where, Bruce Wayne becomes old, it's the future. And then it's Batman Beyond is a project by Amanda Waller called Batman Beyond. Yeah. Where they basically took Bruce's DNA. She's like, he left it all over Gotham.
But you really don't find that out unless you watch
Justice League. That you find that's really how Terry McGinnis was born. Like, they were going to mirror, they took his DNA because she was like, the world's going to need Batman all the time. She's like, you didn't quite get his genius. Yeah. But you got, like, most of the other important things. And they basically set up, like, his dad was killed by her to start setting him on the path to be Batman. Yep.
They made it look like it was the Jokers, which made it look like it was the Blight. I think was his name, the main bad guy, the radioactive guy.
Yeah. Oh, not Jason Blood. That's Etrigan.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name was, but I know his character, like his villain name is like I think Blight. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good show. Voiced by Will Friedle.
Yeah. Who's Eric?
Yeah, Eric from Boy Meets World. He does a lot of voice acting work.
He does. And then Kevin Conroy. Yep. Continued, was the voice of older Bruce.
Then, off of that, you also got the Joker Returns movie. Like the cartoon movie, which was really good.
Because he's like, his consciousness is like implanted in Robin.
Yep. Through like some kind of little microchip looking thing.
That like turns him back into the Joker.
That was pretty cool too.
And then Terry McGinnis is just giving him the business, like, no, new jokes are funny. And he's like, what?
But I do like how in Batman Beyond they included stuff like Bane. Like, he was like this old crippled, but they were using his body to make the Venom serum. Yeah. That was pretty cool too.
Mr. Freeze, I think, makes a comeback in that.
Yeah, but he's like...
They try to cure him.
I think pretty much it's his head and then like a full robotic body or something like that.
Yeah, because like they try to cure him. And then, like, all of a sudden he starts sweating because it's so hot.
Well, yeah, because they were going to release him from prison because of so many years.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he couldn't make it.
But he hadn't aged.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah.
There was that one. And then what was the... Penguin was never in it, I don't think.
I can't remember if Clayface was or if it was somebody that just looked similar.
I don't know, but that show was really, really good.
Yeah.
And the bat suit was really cool.
Yeah, that too. Then you had Ace, the dog.
Yeah. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Daryl Dixon.
I knew you were going to have some Walking Dead on here. Because that show is spin-off city.
Dude, I love The Walking Dead, except for, like, there are seasons, especially towards the end, that were just like, what's the point? And even the spinoffs, I'm not a big fan of those, except for this one, because this one does a really good job of taking you back to the way the original season of Walking Dead felt, because basically you know the rules of that world, Well, he washes up on shore, and they explain throughout the season how he came to be there. But basically, he washes up on shore in Europe. In Europe, there's not a whole lot of guns like there is in America. So there's a lot more rudimentary, they had found some one-shot rifles where you have to do the bolt action kind of stuff. But he's got a mace that was in a museum that's he uses as a weapon.
Well, I mean, hey.
But a
piece of cast steel with spikes on it is
most of the guns that are in this show is either a pistol or a bolt action rifle. So it's a lot more. You're not just going to mow down an army of zombies or whatever. And then they introduced a new type of zombie because they basically the bad guy's been capturing them and experimenting on them to try and make his own zombie, his own army of zombies where he can release them towards his enemy. Which, if their blood's almost kind of like acid kind of stuff, but it makes them almost like adrenaline-fueled zombies where they're faster and they're more aggressive. And then if you kill them, their blood will burn on your skin and kind of stuff. I mean, not to where
you get infected.
Well, it's not like acid to where your arm would burn off and you don't get infected from their blood, but it does burn. Like say if you were wearing clothing, it would burn through the clothing and then leave a third-degree burn on your skin. So
That's horrifying.
I mean, it's not like acid where it just eats your arm off, but it's pretty cool because it makes the zombies a little more threatening than yeah. But it does a good job explaining where they came from. For the new girl that Daryl runs into, that's part of it. It does a really good job of showing the first days of the zombie apocalypse in Europe because it shows her backstory and how she came to be there. And they do a lot of flashbacks on the very beginning of when it started from her, when the first zombie showed up at a party she was at, and she goes outside to smoke, and she hears them screaming inside, and all of a sudden there's this motorcycle goes driving by, and this car comes driving by and crashes, and it's flipped over, and she's trying to look see if the person's okay. All of a sudden it starts twitching. It was just a really good way to see more of the start of the apocalypse as opposed to.
Did they ever say how it all started in Walking Dead?
I want to say in this series they do a little bit of kind of Night of the Living Dead, where you hear on the radio, oh, this happened, and all of a sudden this started happening. Kind of like theories over the radio kind of stuff. But that was it. But I mean, I really enjoyed this show. It's a lot more isolated as opposed to big world kind of stuff like Walking Dead had gotten into. And I know season 2, Carol is going to join him because originally she was going to be in season 1. And then they had some kind of falling out with the producer or director. So she backed out, and now she decided she's going to come back for season 2. So
nice.
I'm interested. What's your number 3?
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I had that on my list, and then I took it off for Ahsoka.
I put it on there because I like The Next Generation.
I liked it, too.
I didn't like it when I was a kid, when I was, you're homesick from school, and it was on TV.
Yeah, I waited for that to go off to watch Hercules.
I was I didn't want to watch it. And then Hayden just somehow got me to watch it. And the first season was kind of rough.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, this is just a good show.
I do like Jean-Luc Picard and Riker.
Number 1. Dr. Crusher, my office. Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Make it so. Engage.
It's a lot better than what... Well, besides Strange New World, it's the first Star Trek I actually liked. So...
Yeah, because I didn't like original Star Trek with Shatner.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few that I have liked, but this was one of them.
This one I like. And yeah, it's campy at certain points, but it gets really serious at some others. It has a good mixture of tone,
right,
that you would expect them to get. We're up to our necks at it now, or people are dead, or we're being attacked. It's or lighthearted and funny, or just kind of like they do a murder mystery, in the holodecks or something.
And to me, it comes down to the acting as well, which to me, some of the Star Trek just feels really cheesy, whereas these actors for this series were really well.
Yeah, I mean, you got, what's his face? You got Patrick Stewart. He's a Shakespearean, company trained actor.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like they did a lot better acting in this.
And he didn't even want to do the show. He did it like they get, besides, it's not going to last the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's like, 8 years.
Well, my next one, for my number 2, is The Punisher.
Spinoff from Daredevil.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I know you do.
I just,
I don't like John Bernthal's The Punisher, man. He just doesn't do, he doesn't do it for me as Punisher. Thomas Jane, I think, is still the best one.
I mean, I like Thomas Jane. I just feel like Bernthal's a better overall actor. So I like his Punisher just because, one, the series did a really well job of building on why he became the Punisher. Especially the first season where it's his best friend that was in the special ops stuff is like the main bad guy, and he's having to face him. And they do a good job of, granted, it's one man versus a bunch with guns. They do a good job of kind of like the John Wick kind of fighting where, either
he gets hit a couple times, but
either he outsmarts them and has the trap set up ahead of time, or he gets in there and he's getting beat up as just as much as he's beating them up. He just determined enough that he's just going to take it and just keep fighting until he eventually wins.
Fair.
But so I really like it, and he's coming back. He'll be part of the Daredevil Born Again series. So
interesting.
What was your number 2?
The Mandalorian.
Spinoff
for Star Wars.
See, I wasn't sure if we.
I'm counting it because it's a spinoff from like the movie.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we would count that or not, so I didn't. That's why I didn't put it in there.
I put it on there because I think it's my favorite one.
Oh yeah.
Out of all the live action Star Wars shows.
Yeah.
It's better than Boba Fett.
I mean, basically,
Boba Fett was really cool on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Where he blows up the one ship and it crashes into the other one. He's like, great shot. He goes, I was aiming for the other one. And he just walks.
I mean, it's like a Star Wars Western.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I mean, all the way up to the music.
Yeah.
But
like, there was no, wasted. I mean, some episodes were slower than others.
Yeah.
And some were kind of like, yeah. But, I mean, overall, the quality and the content have just been better. And they do a lot of different building with stuff in the world because it's all, is this post-Empire? Or?
Yeah, post-Empire. Because,
the episodes with Bill Burr.
Yeah. Well, they also show that, the stormtroopers or stuff are still around. He ends up running into Timothy Oliphant's character that runs into Cad Bane from the
Clone Wars series.
And then that's when they start introducing the dark saber at the end of season 1. You run into some of the Mandalorians.
When Luke Skywalker shows up.
Oh yeah, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I mean, it's just really good. They have there's one episode, I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's like Top Gun Star Wars because it's him and what's her name? That plays not Sabine, but I can't remember her name.
It's the girl from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, what was her name? I know it's
Katie Sackhoff.
That's right. Yeah, but basically it's him and her in their ships, just fighting TIE fighters in a ravine on her planet. Standing out with basically a jet battle. It was really good because there's one scene where because they're both in the same jet to start off with. She flies over, drops him off. He goes down, grabs his ship, comes up behind her, who's behind or she's flying. She's got the TIE fighter following her, and he comes up behind the TIE fighter. It's really good.
And Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
The Baby Yoda show.
Oh, yeah.
As it was, everybody's like, it's the Baby Yoda show.
Yeah, I love Mandalorians as well. It's a good show. I have to say, though, that seeing Luke Skywalker at peak form was nice to see.
And he got his own hallway scene.
Yeah, destroying a bunch of dark troopers, or was it dark or death troopers?
I think they were dark.
I don't know.
I don't think they were death troopers.
I can't remember. I don't know. What
they were robotic.
Yeah, they were black instead of white.
Yeah,
but they were robots.
Armored.
Yeah. But anyways, my number 1 is the originals, which is based off the Vampire Diaries. But basically, it takes the bad guy from Vampire Diaries and humanizes him to where in Vampire Diaries he kind of becomes their friend as the seasons go on, to a degree. And then in the originals, he finds out he has a child, and he goes from being the absolute bad guy to a caring father and stuff. Which, as a father myself, it was really good to see. Plus, it explores their origins a lot more as far as being the first vampires that were part of a Viking kind of family, but does a good job of kind of Game of Thrones ish in New Orleans, where they're battling with the witches and the werewolves and other vampires, because there's each vampire has like a bloodline to where like basically they're the leader of, to where if they die, that whole bloodline would die. So they have like their own sect followings. So it's kind of like a Game of Thrones of New Orleans with vampires, werewolves, and witches.
Nice.
It's really good. And the character that plays Klaus, Joseph Morgan, does a really good job of presenting that bureaucracy kind of person, but then he's like a hybrid werewolf and vampire. So he's like one of the most powerful characters. Because like there's one scene where he's standing in the middle, in the very first season, he's standing in the middle of this room, and he basically tells them that, he's the king and can't be killed. He said, so if anyone wants to, be by his side, he lays this coin down. He says, pick up the coin and, you'll be spared. Nobody picks it up. And then the guy that says he's the king of New Orleans says, all right, take him. Well, then, so all the vampires jump him, start beating him up, and they beat him into a corner, which basically he was leading them into, he led them into this hallway. They beat him up into the hallway to where he could funnel the whole fight down one hallway. And they beat him down to his knees, and then he kind of lets out his werewolf side where he just starts kind of growling. He looks up and his eyes are different colors, and then he's just ripping them apart. Because in this show, a werewolf bite on a vampire is basically fatal unless you get a special serum that only he can provide from his blood. He's just like biting people, ripping throats out, and then eventually they show a scene where you see like 3 vampires go flying, and he comes walking out, and his sister was with the other guy, goes, pick up the coin, for the love of God, pick up the coin. So then the new king has to pick it up and basically subject himself to him. So he takes over in the first season, and then it goes on from there for, I think it's 5 seasons. It's a really good show. I really enjoyed it.
I know you do. I know you love your vampire stuff.
I tried to make Hayden watch it as a punishment. Or not a punishment, but like the year-long thing. And that's the year that we all just kind of faded off. We're like, no, we're not doing that.
We're like, no. After the Supernatural one, that was like, we're not doing this. Because even though he's like, you have to play all 3 Mass Effects. And I'm like, dude, I don't have time. I don't have that kind of time to play 3 full video games. Remember when we first started this show?
Yeah, we had all the time in the world.
But like we would do like, if you have movies, you have to watch 3 movies.
Yeah.
And then like 2 TV shows.
Yeah.
And like 1 video game.
Yeah.
Or something. A week. And I remember like he said it. I remember looking at you and you were like looking at me like, there's no way in hell. Like what time do you think we like to just sit and watch?
Well, at that first season of our show, we had the time because all 3 of us worked at night with not a whole lot to do while we worked. So,
well, you 2.
Well, even you didn't have a whole lot. I mean, you were sitting there. It was nighttime. And we at that time, we worked 2 days on, 3 days off. So we had the time originally. And then it all kind of went away.
Yeah, that rapidly disappeared.
But I had a couple of honorable mentions, which one was Xena. Another one was Angel, the spinoff for Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a show I watched a lot of, but I did watch it. It was kind of cool because he was like the big bad on Buffy for a little while, and then he became like the love interest of Buffy, and then he got his own show where I guess he was like a law firm kind of thing for monsters and vampires in their world, and he would defend them and protect them from other monsters and things like that. But that's pretty much it. Because I'd forgotten about cartoons like Dragon Ball Z, Super.
Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about those. Those are great shows.
They were great shows. My number 1 was House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. But, yeah, they were fun. So, have you watched anything? In the last episode, you had played a game. So
I played Hell Let Loose, and that was pretty much all I was doing.
Have you watched anything? TV shows, movies?
What have I watched? What have me and Rachel watched? We've been pretty much, because I got her into The Boys.
Okay. Well, that's what I was going to say. Boys has season 4 that's out.
Yeah, new episodes just came out. I haven't watched them yet. I need to.
Oh, you hadn't? It's pretty good. This is like their lowest rated season, but it's because it's so political. They actually had to, in the most recent episode, they had to put out a disclaimer that because of the events that have happened in this past week, in case you didn't know, our former president and our possible president, our possible president to be was attempted to be assassinated. Well, they had to put out a disclaimer for this episode because that's kind of what this most recent episode was about. So they had to rename the episode and they put out a disclaimer that this was filmed long in advance before that happened. Yeah, because they didn't want it, to be that bad of taste. Even though that's kind of what they were making fun of.
See, I'd say F it. Yeah, we filmed this a while ago, so.
But
you don't like it, don't watch it.
But yeah, season 4, like it's one of their worst rated seasons so far, but I've enjoyed it. It's still fun to watch. They still have their funny moments. They still have their moments where you're like, oh, I can't believe that.
My favorite was watching Rachel's reaction when they're on the boat and they crash it through the whale.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because she was like on her phone. I was like, you need to watch this.
That's nothing
I was
anymore.
like, oh, I know. at that point, that was like as wild as it was about to get. And then like the giant penis guy.
Yeah.
Hero-gasm. It's like all that stuff was coming later. It's like, so I was kind of like, you need to watch this. And she's like, put her phone down. And she's like, wait, oh my God. And I'm like, oh yeah. And he was just sitting inside the whale like.
Well, then we also have House of the Dragon season 2 that I've been watching.
Yep.
Like I say, it's pretty good. It's starting to pick up. Like this season, to me, for what's been happening, I feel like they've been real slow about starting the action.
They've been really slow. Because it was like episode 4, you got a fight, a big battle.
Well, because at the end of season 1, they basically declared war.
Yeah.
And then season 2, she's been like postponing trying to have war, and they've
been
talking. They've been attacking, and now she's.
It's all Allison's fault.
Yeah.
That dumb B word. She's an idiot, and it's just like I did all this. Like, I want to be taken seriously as a woman. And then at the council, they're just like, well, who's going to be regent? She's like, me. And they're like, yeah.
Well, their whole reasoning is they can't have a woman
be in charge.
So now you want to just throw yourself up there? No, we're not doing that.
What, you want to be in charge? Look at her.
If we're going to do that, might as well let the other woman that's been trying to fight for it win.
Yeah, well, let her deal with it. Because they're all mad because if she becomes in charge, Damon's going to be in charge.
Yep.
And Damon don't take no mess. But this whole season has been him tripping balls the whole time. Like he's just like losing it, and I'm like, what? Like what tea is he drink? Like what are they giving this man?
Dude, he's going mad. Like the Mad King, he's going mad. I've also been watching Mare Kingstown season 3. Have you watched Mare Kingstown?
I haven't watched that one. That's the one with
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner.
It's a really good show. It's a lot about kind of like Game of Thrones, where you have the different gangs that are kind of fighting over. I guess Kingstown, was that Michigan or something like that?
I guess.
But it's basically like an island that's mostly prisoners. Like they have like 4 or 5 different prisons. So most of the population are the prisoners on that island, and then you have the community that lives around there. Then they run the small shops, or most of them that live there work in the prison. But you have the gangs and stuff all fighting over like who's running the town and kind of stuff. And then Jeremy Renner's character is basically like the liaison between the people inside and outside, and he's trying to keep peace between all the gangs and the police and civilians and all that. But season 3's been pretty interesting. I don't want to reveal a whole bunch for those that watch it. But things have amped up to where one of the guys he considers a friend, even though he's like the leader of the gangs, has kind of like made himself like the black guy mafia. Like he's upgraded his equipment because he's tired of his people getting gunned down while the other ones seem to be getting away with things. And, stuff.
You got to upgrade sometimes. You got to buy better equipment.
But I will say there is one show that me and my wife, we've been watching called Grimm. It's an older show.
Yeah, I remember watching that when that came out. About the Grimm adventures of not Billy and Mandy, but the Grimm fairy tales.
Yeah, it was 2011 and 2017. It stars David Gwintoli as Nick, which is basically he's a detective who can see these creatures.
Yeah, he finds out he's a Grimm.
Yeah. He can see creatures that nobody else can see unless the creature wants you to see them. And because if they get angry or upset, they'll like kind of morph their face, and he can see that. And now the creatures can make themselves appear to humans, like, when they want to, but he can see it when they're not planning on it. And basically his ancestry would go out and kill these creatures. Well, he's also a policeman, so he uses that to his advantage to stop crime, but he also kills them if they're killers or whatever, doing something hyper illegal. If not, he tries to catch them, and he tries to make the ones realize that he is a policeman first and the Grim second, which, it makes sense. But we've gotten to like season 5, and my wife doesn't like it anymore because the love interest that he was supposed to have that she wanted him to keep basically becomes bad. So she was like, I'm not watching it anymore. Because she read forwards to find out what happens in this, and she's like,
that's what happens when you go forward.
She's like, I don't care. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Spoiler alerts.
I was like, okay.
Spoiler alerts.
She likes knowing what's going to happen. I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen this. So she read ahead. Now she's mad. Tut. But, I mean, it's an okay show. I didn't really like it that much to begin with. In the first season, it's rough. The CGI is hard to watch.
It's that mid-2000s.
Yeah. Well, it's...
Or later 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah, it's 2010, 2011, but it's rough.
No, not what it is now.
No.
No, it's come a long way.
As the seasons have gone on, the CGI for the characters has gotten a lot better. And the best character in the whole thing is a guy called Monroe, which he's what they call a bloop bod. He was like a werewolf kind of thing. But he's a clockworker. He likes to make clocks and repair clocks. But he's just kind of a goofy guy, but he turns into basically a werewolf and helps Nick whenever he needs help with anything with Vesson, which is what they call the creatures. So anytime he needs help with that, figuring it out or figuring out their weakness, he has his Aunt Marie's trailer that he can go and look up all the books about all the history, and Monroe will help him figure it out and help him on different cases. But it's a fun show. I just, I don't know. I just kind of, when you think about like law enforcement from other shows, and then you apply it to this, it's like, dude, you would never get away with that. Even if they are some kind of creature, you would never get away with that. So, it's very heavy-handed on the supernatural, because like his boss basically his boss would have to be one of these creatures to even get away with what he gets away with. So it makes sense. And then there's this whole like, now there's like these babies that they're after that are special, so they're hiding them from the royal family that wants to capture them, and it's a whole bunch of nonsense.
Sounds like some nonsense.
I've gotten tired of it, but my wife wanted to keep watching, and now that she's looked forward and found out,
she doesn't want to watch it anymore.
Now that she's found out the what happens, she's like, nah, I don't want. She's not a fan, because if there's a love story, she wants it to stay a love story, and she wants them to reconcile, and they don't, so she doesn't want to watch. So,
damn it, Brandy.
Oh well, nothing I couldn't convince her. I was like, we're in season 5 or we just started season 5 out of 6, and she's like, no, I don't want to watch it. I was like, all right. Well, I guess we're not watching it then.
Fine, be that way.
So I mean, I would probably give the series a 6.5. I mean, granted, without seeing the entire ending, but it does kind of get monotonous after a while, because it is 20-something episodes, hour-long episodes a season. Yeah, it's a little much.
It's a long season,
especially when it's not something you're that interested in now. Because like, I love Supernatural, but even Supernatural had its points where it was just like, this episode's dumb.
Yeah.
And when you're already not interested in some of it, and you have to watch a dumb episode.
I mean, that show went 15 years.
But I at least like the dynamic between Sam and Dean. This, I just...
Sammy!
Just, yeah. So, do you have any news?
Oh, there's apparently a big study now going on that doctors and people are involved in.
What?
Yeah, video games and hearing loss. New survey shines light on gamer hearing health. The poll was issued by an organization of hearing health experts and the World Health Organization, which is working on listening safety standards for video games. So now they're going to ruin it.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I can't hear out of my right ear very well anymore. I found that out when I had to go do a physical.
See, I hate with the beep thing.
Yeah.
And then you're panicking because you kind of zone out.
Did I hear a beep?
And I was like, and you're like, did they just do it?
Was that a beep? You just click it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found out that they canceled Halo, the live action series.
Good.
But Rings of Power is still going.
Damn it. Yeah, there's the trailer for season 2. So now the guy we all thought was Gandalf because he's giving out Gandalf lines. Apparently it's not Gandalf. It's one of the blue wizards. And it's like, in the books, all the Astari, the wizards, are sent in secret to Middle-earth. So let's launch this dude across Middle-earth like a comet and watch him crash like a meteor. And everybody's doing this, looking up and looking at it, going across the side, going, hey, look at that. Boom. Oh, hey, landed over there. Huh. It's so stupid.
Well, in the most recent trailer for Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool and Wolverine, they revealed that was
The
it?
X-23's in it?
Yeah, I forgot her name. Daphne something.
Something.
She's playing X-23. She's in the movie. They revealed that the show Superman and Lois, which I've really enjoyed, is got its final season coming out on October 17th. And I had one other thing somewhere. Oh, it was a Ninja Turtle game.
No, of course it is.
It came out for Nintendo Switch, and I want to say, I know it's on Nintendo Switch, and there's some other. It's not a. I guess it's a PC also as well, but it's TMNT Splintered Fate. It features 4-player co-op and like couch co-op and multiplayer, which it's kind of like an RPG, kind of like Diablo.
Which is fun. The one thing that just sucks though about Switch is there's no online chat.
True.
Like we can't put in headsets and talk to each other like we can on Xbox.
Right.
Or even when we were playing Among Us.
Yeah.
When we were talking on Discord.
But I mean, this game it's kind of like a Diablo where it's 4 players, like kind of overhead kind of look. But you be the 4 turtles, and then there's just different adventures that you go on. But it looks interesting. It would be fun to play, but I don't play my Switch enough to buy games for
I
it.
haven't played my Switch.
The only thing I really buy
in a long time.
The only thing I buy for my Switch is like a new Pokemon game if it looks interesting enough.
And normally we beat them in 3 days.
Yeah, so
Like, what was the one we got? Indigo and purple?
Violet
and Indigo?
Yeah, Violet and Indigo, I think. But yeah, I mean, we didn't take long to beat it.
No. I haven't gone back to those games.
I hadn't either, but it was fun to play because it was the first one that I had played that you could actually see the Pokemon in the distance and run up to them. And
Yeah, which was like kind of nice because then you could avoid it because before it was just kind of like,
yeah,
it's like, then you want to.
walking through random grass and just get attacked.
I didn't have as much fun playing that game as I did playing Let's Go Pikachu
Yeah.
or Let's Go Eevee.
Okay.
And that's where you get the Pokemon or the Pokeball
Yeah.
controller. That's just basically a button and a joystick, but it's motion control. So like you go to like catch a Pokemon, you hold the ball and like act like you threw it.
Yeah.
But I liked having my Pokemon all level 100 in that game. My Arcanine, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, Mewtwo.
Well, before we go here, did you watch any of like the Republican nomination thing?
No, but I heard that a prominent person was there apparently
Hulk Hogan was one of the speakers
at the Republican National Convention.
and he came out to his WWE Titantron video playing behind him.
Why not?
He walked out on stage and he got out there and he did his spiel or whatever. And he goes, "When Trumpomania runs wild on you," start tearing his shirt that had a Trump like 2024 shirt underneath.
Hey, you know what? This year the Republicans are just going for it. Like we're just doing wild stuff now. Screw it. WWE.
It ties in. It's WWE's TV. I just thought it was hilarious that they played his wrestling music along with the Titantron video for Hulk Hogan to walk out to a government political convention.
Like he's walking out at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And then he tears his shirt off to his own speech.
And Trump's like, this summer, and I'm going to fight The Undertaker at the SummerSlam.
He already beat The Undertaker. They tried to kill him and he missed. Oh, sorry.
Hillary's like, what do you mean they missed?
I did see a meme.
I sent it to you.
Oh, yeah. She's like standing in the kitchen like, what?
What do you mean he missed? And Trump's like, America!
The only thing that would have made that hand fist pump better is if he was flicking off the camera.
Come on, can't like doing the John Cena, the hand thing.
John Cena can't see me.
Can't hit me. Can't kill me.
Oh, man.
That'd be awesome.
Anyways.
On that note.
My name is Hayden. Bah.
And I'm Mitch.
And I'm Tom.
Bah.
Bah. You're gay.